Hey everyone, Flying Dutchie here. Welcome back to our tutorial for complete beginners as Sweden and hopefully anytime soon as Scandinavia. But we need to do a couple of things for that. We still need to take down Denmark, which is a problem because Great Britain hates us and they will aid Denmark, so we have to find a way around that. In this episode we will just play the game and we will go over a couple of things we did not take a look at yet. And one of the things are the map modes and the ledger. Now, as you can see, and you should not forget you can click here, these things are the same as here. So in the ledger you can also see the information together with all the map modes. So we'll go over the ledger and the map modes at the beginning of this episode. And in the meantime I think I'm gonna let the game run on speed 4 because we need to improve relations with Great Britain. Hopefully they will leave us alone next time when we go to war with Denmark. So let's take a look. Country at peace is the first thing. Here you can see all the things prestige-wise, the GDP per country, standard of living on average per country, and the population. You can sort on everything as well. We are pretty low standard of living at the moment. Population, we are also low. GDP we are doing a little bit better, and prestige as well. There is no map mode for it. It just puts you at the countries at peace map mode, which is the standard one. Then we have a country attitude. A lot of things changes. We can see the attitude of the countries towards us. They see Great Britain sees it as a target of conquest, and you can see it. It's red on the map as well. And when you hover over it, you can get the same information as you get in the ledger. Hopefully, Prussia will become. What is this? They have the strategic desire due to an increase in relations with a Prussian rival. Well, maybe we can get some sort of alliance, hopefully, later on. And Austria's protective. France is genial. They think we are a good ally, by the way, so... we are getting closer to becoming an ally. Maybe we need to be a bit stronger. So that is this country attitude overview. There you have the relations. We can see that with Norway we have the maximum relations of 80. We are getting close to the maximum with Prussia as well. Because we go to 80 by our trade agreement, so here you can see all the things over here, and you can see all the relations on the map mode. The country relations map mode, which is also the third one over here. There are cultures, of course, in the map. Not using it that much, but yeah, you can see we have Sweden, Norwegian, Finnish, but we also have Sami culture, and that is not listed on the map this way. You only see the dominant culture listed. The GDP ownership. We can see that we own 22 and 24 and 22% in Norway as well at the moment, so... And of course we own 100% in our own country, so no one has invested, I think, anything in our country. The global GDP, we can see where the highest GDP is. We see that we are pretty green on the map as well, so our GDP is doing okay. But when we go to India, you can see that the GDP over here is insane, because there are a lot of people living there, even at farms. Okay, we have an event here, let's take a look. The armed forces have expressed their concerns. We can make the armed forces happy, let's do this, because we want to go to get their fervor. We want to get the 10% offense and defense from them. And the industrialists are already very happy, so we don't have to do anything here. So yeah, that should trigger the bonus. There we go. So when we go to war now, we are 10% stronger. So global GDP, we have infamy. We have a little bit of infamy ourselves because we went to war, but it will go away soon. And we see that the British India Company is having the most infamy. It just gives a penalty to relations, and if you go over 100, you can declare war for free, I think. And the AI will do that on you as well, I think. Literacy. We can see the literacy rate in the world. You can see that in Europe, in northwestern Europe, the literacy rate is the highest. We are doing great as Sweden. Great Britain is the leading literacy candidate, America is okay, and the rest, and Japan is also good, and the rest of the world is not illiterate at all. Loyalists. Oh, let's unpause again. We can see the amount of loyalists per state. I never use this, so... Markets. This map mode will open also when you click the Markets tab. And you can see how much GDP there is per market. We are over here. So, not even in the top 10, I think. Then there is a mass migration attraction ledger. What is this? Sometimes there is a chance... Oh no, this is just the attraction in general. based on all kinds of things like the standard of living, if you're using the greener grass campaign that we did before, if there's enough unusable arable land, which is the subsistence farms you can replace for farms. And the higher the number, the higher the chance is to get a mass migration potential target. As you can see, North Borneo is having a very high chance of getting a migration target event. That's just a chance, I think, that will send a lot of people to your province. But it's only possible if you have the right laws. Because if you don't have enough... if you don't have the laws that allow migration, or if you discriminate culture, you have to pause, then they will not happen. So, but that is something you can see over here. A very nice thing we unlocked. We have unlocked quinine. And that means that we have removed all effects from malaria in our own colonies and states. So from this point on, all the colonies we can get, let's clear everything, that has normal malaria will no longer get a penalty. Now, we are not colonizing anything with normal malaria. We are only colonizing things without any malaria at the moment in South Africa. And we can now start colonizing stuff where there is severe malaria, but it will go with 95% slower. We could colonize over here, but it will go super slow. We could even colonize Papua over here. Now, is there any reason to colonize this? Because this is already owned by the Dutch East Indies. Is there anything very nice over here? No, it's just a general colony, really. Now what we can do is go to our declare interest and maybe colonize something where there is normal malaria. For example, this part. Because we still need sugar, I think. And here are some sugar plantations. So I think I'm just gonna colonize Douala and South Cameroon. Look, there's normal malaria over here. It will be this part only, but that is fine. Maybe we can also go to Bamoun over here. But we can try to get this part of Africa for ourselves. Because this is all severe malaria. We have Congo, we can take them down. Severe malaria, this is also severe malaria. If you double click, you get a different screen. And this is already colonized. Great Britain has taken this part, which is also normal. But there's nothing else we can really colonize on Africa, unless we go over here. But I think there's a claim here by Morocco. Yeah, so we cannot colonize this. And what about this one? Yeah, we could colonize the Mauritania, but there is nothing in Mauritania. So, what about Trarza? Normal malaria. Is there all the stuff here? No, there is nothing over here. No agriculture. Then we have Susu, next to Portugal and Sierra Leone. Okay, we could go over here, and there are sugar plantations, so we could go over there. This will be very narrow, because the Dutch are colonizing over here. And this is already getting gobbled up by Great Britain. So let's go over here. I think that's a good idea. So we have to select our interest here first. Otherwise we can't colonize there. And let's also go over here, so we can take these two pieces of land. And we have to wait for that to go, and then we can colonize there. Let's take a look at our next technology. So for the sake of the tutorial, I think I'm just going to go towards pan-nationalism. How long? It takes 10 years. Because pan-nationalism will make us able to form Scandinavia. So I think we will go there. I would not do this if you're playing on your own, because we get a research penalty, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 technologies not researched from the area above us. And on the other hand, we also want to get our army stronger. Now, we are already getting all the good techs over here. We could make a beeline, for example, towards shrapnel artillery, which is way better. This one is getting spread, so we can make munitions soon, so that we can make skirmish infantry. So that is already coming our way. Yeah, let's just go and take pan-nationalism. Let's go and try to form Scandinavia a bit earlier. Okay, we need to take a look at our gold mine real quick. In Sweden, over here. Are they hiring the people slowly? Yeah, slowly but steadily they are coming over here. No Swedes. Swedes don't want to come here. What we also can do is actually change some of our laws again. What is our migration law? We can go to no migration law. What we also need to do is go to, instead of national supremacy, go to cultural exclusion or racial segregation. But the petite bourgeoisie and the church are not in the cabinet, so let's go to cultural exclusion. That is the best one before we get multiculturalism, when everyone is accepted. This one just accepts every European, I think. Then they can come work in Sweden. So let's go and try to do this one. Yeah, there is no stall chance. We only have a debate and an advanced chance and success chance. So eventually that will trigger. Okay. Let's keep going with the ledger. Ledger. We were with the migration, I think. So we can see the migration in the world. We can see that there is a lot of migration going to Ulu for some reason. And we get one migration. Okay. Interesting. Migration attraction. We can see where the highest attraction is for migration. It's in California right now. There are a lot of bonuses. There's a frontier colonization law of the United States. So that also helps with migration. If you take that law for your colonies. People will try to go there. And there's a huge standard of living here. I guess there are some gold mines or something. So people all are going towards California. Let's take a look at California over here. Because the attraction is insanely high. Why is the game doing this? Oh. And yeah, it attracts people the whole time. Some English are coming here as well, apparently. Okay, we have an agitator. We'll take a look at that soon. I think we'll have to pause again. Migration attraction. We have the military screen. We can see all the military in the world. We see that we have a very bad army. But not so bad of a navy. We are the 7th power already. And if we make 15 more, we are the 4th power. And if we make more than 20, we are the 3rd naval power in the game. So that's actually not bad, right? National GDP. We can see who is having the highest GDP. Which states. Pollution impact. Pollution is again makes people sick, and I think it also decreases their standard of living or something. Population. We can see all the population in the game, and we see that in India and China it's crazy. We know that. The power blocks. This map mode will open. Map mode will open as well when you open the power block button. Radicals. We can see the radicals. We see that they have a lot of radicals in Scania and in Jutland. In Jutland things are going wrong because it's too small of a province, so we cannot really do anything about it. And there's the religion overview. Protestantism, Catholicism, Sunnis, Shiites, Hindus, animists, and so on and so on. Confucian. And the Kanto. What is it? Shinto, of course. That is the religion overview. We have the standard of living overview. We are doing okay. The Dutch are doing okay. Great Britain is doing okay. And a couple of places over here are doing okay as well. Mostly because they have gold. Then we can see all our states in the map. You can also see them when they are split. So you can see that the Dutch have 3 states, the Belgium is having 2 states, etc. And all these strategic regions where you can also put a interest in. We have an interest in the Niger and the Congo one. And here you can just see all the regions with their GDP. North India is the richest region. Do I use this ledger? No. Do I use any of this? Almost never. Because the things I want to see open as well. When I click the things, for example the market screen. Or when I click the power block screen, the map mode will open itself. Right? A couple of things happened. We have... Well, first we have a debate here for our new law. Can we get more enactment chance? Yes, we can. And we are going to pick that one. Because the intelligentsia are still very happy already. And we have more chance to get it the next turn around. The brave engineer. Sure, let's give these trade unions a bit more power. And they can join the anti-Russian society. Nah, let's do this one. It doesn't really matter, all these things. Oh yeah, we need to colonize. We have our laws triggered, so establish a colony and we will go over here. You can see there's no more a penalty. We can also go to North Cameroon, and I will do this. Because I see that Great Britain colonizing over here. They could go here as well, so maybe we can block them off. We could go to the Niger area over here, but that is already part of Great Britain, so I'm not going to colonize over there. And the more colonies, the more we have to spread around our growth, right? What we also can do is get our colonial affair laws a bit higher. We need to use 59 extra, and we have a 46 deficit, so we have over 100 deficit if we want to go to the third colonial investment level. But I think I will do this. So that was a thing I wanted to do. Okay, we have talked about the ledger and the map modes. There is something else I want to talk about as well, and that is over here in the, well, what is it? The outliner. Of course, we have our journal entries. You can click here, and then you go to the journal page. We can see our diplomatic ongoing actions at the moment. We can see if we are enacting a law. We can see if there is a movement in the country. But then there is this thing over here. We have now the show pinned in outliner open. And what do I have pinned? I have pinned the market, the interest groups, the political lobbies, the army, the navy and the companies. These are pinned at the moment. What you can do is go to the economy outliner. And here you can see once again the market. But here we can see also all our goods. And we can see which things are heavy in price and which one are not high in price. Of course, it's the same screen if you go here to the market and to the goods. This number will be exactly the same, this list, than this list. So you can use both. What is a good thing to do here, which you can do, is put the goods that you need to pay as the state and make them a pin to the outliner, which will mean they will go over here. For example, what do we need to use? We need to get paper and clippers. We as a state are paying this, so let's get paper. It's on the alphabetic order, so we go to the P, paper. We pin it, and clippers. Pin that one as well. What do we have as well as things we need to pay? We are paying men of wars and small arms. Men of wars. Small arms. Iron, artillery and grain. Iron. Artillery. And grain. There we go. That is all the goods for the military buildings at the moment. The wages we cannot do anything about. We are subsidizing some things, yes. And we are paying for our construction, of course. So iron, wood, tools and fabric. Iron is already done. Wood, tools and fabric. Let's pin this in. Wood. Tools. And fabric. So now all the things are pinned from the goods screen that we are paying for. So we want to keep that pretty cheap. For the rest, you can see in the economic outliner the companies, your colonies, how they are doing. There is some sort of tension going at the moment. As you can see, we have colonial exploitation, which increases tension, and the tension goes over time. The longer you colonize, I think, the more tension there will be, and sometimes a native will rise up against you. That's everything that this is, in my opinion. We can see our states, we can see the taxation capacity, we can see their infrastructure. If they have spare left, we see that Jutland is almost at their limit. We can see how many people are looking for a job, and we can see the whole population. And we can see our unincorporated territories, our 2 colonies at the moment, and we can see all our buildings. Yes, you can see all your buildings over here. I never use the screen. Click it away, please. I think it's not useful. So we went to the economic outliner, right? Let's go to the pinned outliner. And now we can see that in the pinned outliner, we see that our goods are listed over here. That I made pinned, that I pinned with the star. So we can see now all the things we have to pay ourselves, and when we look at the price, we are doing a great job actually. The only thing that is pretty expensive are our tools, and maybe a little bit of wood and paper, and maybe a tiny bit of iron, but it's already only 6% more. That is not that much, so we are doing great with our goods over here. So you can just click that away. Wait a minute, did they just disappear? No way. No. Wait. They disappeared. That is a bug in the game. Okay, don't click the this button to fold it in, because then they are gone, apparently. Really? If I try it again, will they then show up again? Oh, and they are back. So don't click this away then, if you want to use this. I have my interest groups also always in the pinned outliner. Now we have the politics, there's the interest groups again that I pinned, so we can see those. We can see that we have a marginalized group of 1.1%. Our political lobbies are pinned already, you can see it over here. We have an agitator at the moment. Let's pin the agitator as well. That is actually pretty interesting. We need to take a look what this is very soon. And here we can see all our people that are ruling a political party or are my king or heir, which are 10 people. And we can interact with these people if you want. And we are going to do that very soon as well, because there is something we need to take care of. We have the diplomacy outliner. You can pin any country and just keep an eye out for that country in your outliner. I never do this, but if I want to see information, I just go to the diplomacy outliner. You can see unrecognized countries as well. There are a lot of unrecognized countries. Military, we have already pinned our army and our navy. You can pin your separate generals and your admirals as well. And this is the show all outliner. So these are all the things we can put in the outliner. Some of these you can pin and some of these you can not pin. And then you go to the pinned outliner and then you get your selection from these 4 or everything. And that is what they will show over here. But you have to scroll through it, so make sure that you don't pick too much, because then things get so stacked over here, right? Okay. That was the outliner. And that was, I think, the last thing we need to talk about, really. I think we can just go and do the thing I wanted to do with my... with some of the people that are in the interest group, because remember, we want to get rid of the landowners, right? When we take a look at the cloud of our landowners, we see that we get plus 25 from Otto Palmstierna. Who is Otto Palmstierna? He is the leader of the landowners and he is an expert political operator. As an interest group leader, he gives 20% interest group political strength. And he is also a meticulous person, so another 5% to the group, right? He is giving 25% clout to the landowners. 5 plus 20 is 25, which is this number, because just of him as a person. Now we also have Frans Rappe, who is leading our fleet, and because he is a admiral, he gets 2%, so that's fine. And we have 25% from the tenant farmers. So that is a law for your farms, really. And this gives 25% as well. We can get rid of that later, but we can get rid of Otto Palmstierna immediately. Why can we do this? Well, let's click on the landowners. And there's Otto. Let's click on him. Then we get his screen of this guy, right? And we can click on this button. We can interact with him. We can exile him. Why can we exile him? Well, we do not have protected speech enacted. So we as a state that decide who is wrong and who is not. People cannot say anything that we don't agree with. Not yet. The landowners are not part of the government. They are not rising up against their country. And they are not marginalized. And the character's ideology is not too similar to that of our ruler. Our ruler is a intelligentsia one. And the landowners are the opposite of the intelligentsia, I would say. So we can exile this guy and get a different leader. Now, we don't know if that leader is going to be better than this one. But this one is very strong, so let's just try to exile this leader of the landowners. They will get -5 approval, so they go to +3, which is fine. And we get a bit of radicals. They will go into exile and they can become a agitator for another country. We just got our own agitator. We will take a look at that soon as well. So let's exile our dissident. Get another thing here and bye. He is now exiled. And that means that the landowners now have a new leader. It's Ulf von Hohenhausen. He is a reformer, which is amazing because we want to go to cultural exclusion and propertied women and compulsory primary school. Let's click on him. He's tactful. He gives 2% interest group pop attraction. That is fine. And he's a diplomat. So that means that the landowners, when I unpass, will go maybe to 23 or 22% because they don't have the 25% bonus. Let's take a look what happens to the 24.9%. Maybe, there we go, they are going to 21. And look what Great Britain has done. Great Britain has expelled our diplomats, damaging our relations. Great Britain does not want to be friends with us. That could be a problem for this tutorial, so maybe I will cheat with the... where is it? Oh, I hope I can cheat in this save, actually. Uh-oh. Yeah, we should be able to open the console commands, I think. I don't know which symbol that is anymore, but I will try to find out. We just need to take Denmark at some point. So yeah, we cannot increase relations with Great Britain anymore. They hate us, and they don't want to do anything with us. Which really sucks. Oh well. Can we still not get any relation with anyone? No. Oh, against Russia it will be very difficult as well. Okay, so we have talked about the ledger and map modes. We talked about the outliner. We talked about how you can interact with people of your interest groups, and this way the landowners are way smaller again. So I think that was all the things. Oh yeah, now we're going to talk about agitators. So we have a new agitator. We have 2 slots. One is taken by Niels August Gustafsson. He supports the movement to enact homesteading. Why is he doing that? Because he likes to be... He likes to support it because of his land reformer stance. It's his stance. So he is going to try with the country to go to homesteading instead of what we have right now. The tenant farmers, which is fine because the tenant farmers, the landowners are in power. And with the homesteading, the people itself will get a bit more power. As you can see, the farmers will get more political strength and not the aristocrats. So it's nice that we have this guy as an agitator, because he is going to support this movement. You can see a symbol over here as well. This is our agitator that helps the rural folk to get homesteading. So the support will increase because of Nils. You can see it over here. He is a popular guy, and it's giving us 12% more. So it's good that we have this guy. You can make even him a leader. You can make him a leader of the intelligentsia. We could do it right now. You can also make him a commander. So we can take a look at the stats here. Is he a good commander? No, he's a horrible commander. But we can make him the leader of the intelligentsia. Who's the leader right now? It is Elias Olsson. And he is a jingoist. He likes to get mass conscription and colonial exploitation. Okay, but we already have colonial exploitation. And we can see that they are a market liberal. Let's take a look over here. I think that's better. Is it because he is a market liberal? Or the intelligentsia are? think there's always a chance you get these things. Yeah, this is the ideologies they have. Anti-clerical, republican, anti-slavery. But where comes the market liberal from? I don't know. Did I look at the wrong one? I looked at the wrong one. The market liberal is from the industrialist. Okay, now I get it. So yeah, we could make him the leader of the intelligentsia. We could do that right now. Because we have the laws that allows us to put other people as the leader of a group. Because we have that power in this country at the moment with our king. Do you want to get rid of our land reformer? I mean, the homesteading is nice. I mean, this is our agitator, of course. We want to get this one as the leader, I think. Yeah, I think I will, because we don't need the jingoist. So let's make this guy our leader. Right click, grant leadership. But now, he's the leader of the intelligentsia. And now we will have an easier time to enact homesteading. And we will. So you can do this all the time. You can also click over here and then see if you can get any agitators. These are all the agitators in the game. But at the moment... Okay, we can get Otto back. We can get Otto back, who is giving so much power to the landowners. Now, the landowners are no longer that bad anymore, because they are also going to reform, thanks to how the game progresses. But let's not get Otto over here. For now. Okay, I think we have talked about all the things. So this episode, once again, we talked about the ledger and the map mode. We talked about the outliner. We talked about how you can change this with with an agitator. And what else did we talk about? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I think these are the 3 things. In the next episode, we will have to keep playing. We are making our glassworks, so that's going to be the first glasswork in our country. And we have to get and build 2 ports, because at the moment our colonies are not having a port, so they have no market access. So we have to take care of that as well. So in the next episode, we are going to keep playing. And let's see if we can get Denmark in the next episode as well, because we are going towards pan-nationalism. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.